Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. The origins and evolution of the Olympic Games are explored, from the ancient competitions in Greece to the modern global sporting spectacle. The video examines the historical significance, cultural impact, and changing nature of the Olympics throughout the centuries. The Olympic Games began in ancient Greece around 776 BCE in Olympia, a sanctuary dedicated to Zeus. Held every 4 years, the Games were not just a sporting event but a religious festival, where athletes competed in honor of the king of the gods. Competitors came from across the Greek world, representing city-states such as Athens, Sparta, and Corinth. Participation was limited to free Greek men, and in the early years, athletes competed in the nude as a symbol of their physical excellence and dedication to the gods. The Olympics were part of the larger Pan-Hellenic Games, which also included the Pythian Games at Delphi, the Nemean Games, and the Isthmian Games. These competitions fostered unity among the often warring Greek city-states, as all hostilities were temporarily suspended during the Olympic truce, allowing athletes and spectators to travel safely to Olympia. The events at the ancient Olympics evolved over time. The earliest known event was the Stadion, a short foot race of approximately 192 meters. Later, more events were added, including the pentathlon, consisting of running, wrestling, long jump, javelin, and discus, as well as more grueling contests like pankration, a brutal mix of boxing and wrestling, chariot races, and equestrian. Events also became highlights, with wealthy sponsors funding the finest horses and chariots to achieve victory. Winners were crowned with olive wreaths and gained immense fame, often receiving lavish rewards upon returning home. The Games flourished for over 1,000 years, but as Rome gained control over Greece, their religious significance began to decline. In 393 CE, Emperor Theodosius I, a Christian ruler, banned the Olympics, viewing them as a pagan tradition. For over 1,500 years, the Games remained a relic of the past, until their revival in 1896, when the modern Olympic movement was born, inspired by the legacy of ancient Greece. The Olympic Games, once lost to history for over 1,500 years, were revived in 1896, thanks to the vision of French educator Pierre de Coubertin. Inspired by the ideals of ancient Greek athletics, Coubertin saw the Olympics as a way to promote international unity, physical fitness, and peaceful competition among nations. His efforts led to the formation of the International Olympic Committee, IOC, in 1894, and 2 years later, the first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece, the birthplace of the ancient Games. The 1896 Olympics featured 14 nations and around 240 male athletes competing in 43 events, including track and field, gymnastics, wrestling, swimming, and cycling. While women were excluded at first, their participation began in 1900, marking the slow but steady progress toward inclusivity. Early Olympic Games faced challenges, including limited global participation and inconsistent organization. The 1904 St. Louis Games, for example, struggled with low international attendance due to travel difficulties. However, the Olympics steadily grew in prestige, with the London 1908 and Stockholm 1912 Games introducing new sports and standardized rules. Over time, the Games evolved into a worldwide spectacle, incorporating traditions like the Olympic flame, which was introduced in 1928, and the torch relay, first used in 1936. Despite interruptions due to world wars, the Olympics persevered, becoming a stage for athletic excellence, political statements, and moments of global unity. Today, the Olympics stand as a testament to Coubertin's dream, a celebration of sport that transcends borders, bringing nations together every 4 years in the spirit of competition and camaraderie. The Olympic Games have always been more than just a stage for athletic excellence. They have also reflected the political and social climate of their times. From Cold War rivalries to protests and boycotts, politics has frequently intertwined with the Games, shaping their legacy in profound ways. One of the most notable political influences on the Olympics occurred during the Cold War, when the Games became a battleground for ideological competition between the United States and the Soviet Union. The 1980 Moscow Olympics were boycotted by over 60 nations, led by the U.S., in response to the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. 4 years later, the Soviet Union and its allies retaliated by boycotting the 1984 Los Angeles Games. These events highlighted how global conflicts could spill over into sports, turning what was meant to be a unifying event into a symbol of division. Boycotts and protests have also been used as tools for social and political change. The 1968 Mexico City Olympics saw one of the most powerful moments in Olympic history when American athletes Tommy Smith and John Carlos raised their fists in a Black Power salute during the medal ceremony, protesting racial injustice in the United States. Similarly, South Africa was banned from the Games from 1964 to 1988 due to its apartheid policies, demonstrating the Olympics' role in global human rights struggles. Hosting the Olympics presents its own set of challenges. Cities must build massive infrastructure, including stadiums, transportation systems, and accommodations, often at enormous financial costs. Some host nations have faced criticism over human rights concerns, worker conditions, or political suppression, making the Games a focal point for international scrutiny. Cultural sensitivities and differing national values also play a role, as the Games strive to balance tradition with modern expectations. Despite these challenges, the Olympic movement has consistently aimed to promote peace, understanding, and fair play. The Olympic truce, an ancient Greek tradition revived in modern times, calls for a temporary cessation of conflicts during the Games. Initiatives such as the Refugee Olympic Team, introduced in 2016, highlight the Games' commitment to inclusion and humanitarian efforts. Through political tensions and global struggles, the Olympics continue to be a powerful symbol of international unity, reminding the world that, at their core, the Games celebrate human potential, perseverance, and the shared spirit of competition. As the world evolves, so too must the Olympic Games. The future of the Olympics will be shaped by emerging sports, cutting-edge technology, and a growing emphasis on sustainability and inclusivity. With each new edition, the Games strive to remain relevant to a rapidly changing global audience while upholding the core values of excellence, respect, and friendship. One major aspect of the Olympic future is the introduction of new sports. In recent years, events like skateboarding, surfing, and sport climbing have been added to appeal to younger generations. Esports, competitive video gaming, is also being considered for inclusion, sparking debates about what defines an Olympic sport. As athletic competition expands beyond traditional events, the Games will continue adapting to reflect modern interests and trends. Technology is another key factor shaping the Olympics. Advances in artificial intelligence, data analytics, and virtual reality could revolutionize training methods and the viewing experience. Wearable technology is already enhancing athlete performance, while innovations in broadcasting, such as 360-degree cameras and augmented reality, are making the Games more immersive for fans worldwide. Even artificial intelligence-powered judges may play a role in ensuring fairer scoring in subjective sports like gymnastics and figure skating. Sustainability is a growing concern for Olympic organizers. The environmental impact of hosting such a massive event, building venues, increasing tourism, and managing waste has led to calls for more eco-friendly solutions. The Paris 2024 Olympics aim to be the most sustainable yet, using 95% existing or temporary venues and relying heavily on renewable energy. Future hosts will be expected to follow similar models, ensuring the Games leave a positive legacy rather than financial and environmental strain. Despite these advancements, the Olympics face challenges in staying relevant to a diverse global audience. Issues like rising costs, political controversies, and questions about athlete welfare threaten to overshadow the spirit of the Games. However, initiatives such as gender equality in sports, increased representation of athletes from developing nations, and the continuation of the Refugee Olympic Team demonstrate a commitment to inclusivity. At its heart, the Olympic movement is about more than medals. It represents unity, perseverance, and the power of sport to bring people together. As the world continues to change, the Olympics must adapt while holding on to the values that have made them a symbol of hope and inspiration for centuries. Whether through new sports, groundbreaking technologies, or a greater commitment to sustainability, the future of the Games will be defined by their ability to evolve while staying true to their original mission, fostering peace and understanding through competition. Thank you for watching this video.